Finally, let's see how we can calculate the pH after we've passed the equivalence point. So we've added 30 milliliters of sodium hydroxide to our solution. Remember that the equivalence point occurs when I've added 24.5 milliliters, and so this is 5.5 milliliters past the equivalence point. So at this point in our beaker, we have added enough sodium hydroxide to use up all the HA, and we just have A minus and water. And it takes 24.5 milliliters to do that. So the amount of sodium hydroxide that I've added past the equivalence point is 5.5 milliliters. And so what I've done is I've added an extra number of moles of OH minus to my beaker. So I have some OH minus extra. And it's that extra amount of OH minus that's going to determine the pOH and thus the pH of my solution. So I need to know how many moles of extra OH minus that I have. So this is the amount of extra OH minus that I've added in terms of volume, and concentration times volume equals number of moles of OH minus that I've added. And so I have 0.100 molar sodium hydroxide, and I've added 0.0055 liters past the equivalence point. So my extra OH minus is equal to 0.00055 moles. And that 0.00055 moles is in a total volume of the 75 milliliters that I started with plus the 30 milliliters that I added, so 105 milliliters. And so my concentration of extra OH minus is going to be equal to 0.00055 moles divided by 0.105 liters. And so I'm going to have an extra amount of OH minus that's equal to 0.00523 molar. And so the pH is going to be determined by that amount of extra OH minus that I have in the beaker. And so my pOH is the negative log of that number, which is 2.28. And then the pH is just 14 minus the pOH, and so my pH at 5.5 milliliters past the equivalence point, or a total of 30 milliliters of sodium hydroxide added, is going to be equal to 11.7. And that is pretty much what we would expect because we're past the equivalence point. And so we would expect to have had a big jump in pH and to be leveling off near the highest pH that water can achieve, which is around 12 to 13 pH units.